everyone! Today I'd like to give you a real-world example of how N.M.T can be applied into scientific research. As you know, rice is a very important crop. In fact, 2/3 of the world eats rice every single day, and in many parts of China, the average person eats rice 2 or 3 times a day. With such a high demand for this crop, the ability to grow it in abundance is essential. But in its natural state, rice is very sensitive to cold temperatures, so farmers are limited as to where they can grow it. Since rice is a staple crop in many areas, scientists have been searching for a gene that can be modified to allow rice to tolerate cooler temperatures. It is known that plant cellular adaptations to temperature differences are dependent on specific molecular cellular pathways. One of these pathways is calcium-mediated signal transduction. Since N.M.T has been successfully used in fields such as nutrition and salt resistance, scientists utilize this technology to examine calcium fluxes in response to a cold shock in rice roots. As seen in figures 6a through c, N.M.T measurements show extracellular calcium influx of live roots in various genetic backgrounds when introduced to a cold shock. Figure 6a shows a significant influx of calcium in Dongjin roots when exposed to the cold shock. In comparison, COLD1 was more tolerant of the shock and was not affected as strongly. In figure 6b, the highest calcium influx in response to cold was the COLD1 Japonica transgenic line. The smallest calcium influx occurred with the COLD1 indica transgenic line. The wild-type ZH10 responded with a higher influx than COLD1 indica, but a lower influx than COLD1 japonica. Figure 6c shows that the Nipponbear japonica rice had a higher influx of calcium than indica 9311. It also shows that the D1 mutant of RGA1 had a lower influx of calcium than the wild-type Shiakari. Figure 6d shows the significantly different mean maximal influxes of cold shock between COLD1 or transgenic lines and wild type. With the application of N.M.T, scientists were able to confirm that the calcium was coming from extracellular space. This information helped scientists to learn more about the gene that contributes significantly to cold tolerance. About half of the world's population depends on rice as their staple diet. This makes it very important for this crop to be able to grow as much as possible. With the help of N.M.T and other technologies, we learned more about cold tolerance, which in turn potentially empowers the farmers to grow more rice to feed more people in the world. If you are interested to see more examples or real-world applications of N.M.T, please subscribe now or visit our website. Thank you for watching. See you later.